You were putting, hello, everyone. Hello. Tate is live. Come, let us talk about HIV and AIDS, my people. A lot of people want to know, what is HIV, what is AIDS, and there's a lot of misconception which is tagged around the HIV and AIDS conception. So I want everyone to come and join us. Who is on live already? Who has joined in? I want to see on my feeder here. Who has joined in? Who has joined in? Who has joined in? Just press. Oh, 40 people viewed already. Okay, let me see the comments. Today we are talking about HIV and AIDS. Anamo is saying, Tatelicious, my girl. Hello, Patrick Povai. Last I found you live. How are you, Patrick? My Chrissy Wakachena Tate. Thank you so much. Hello, Tate. How are you doing? Maud Achiworo, Spanky Dumani, Lisi Bindi, Masivanda Wemashingo. Hey, Tate. Plaxedis Shoniwa. I love you. Pebbles, my Jamal. Anna Tinaro Chari. Richmond, B. Sibanda, and Mangwe, Pelmachel. Everyone who's joining, I love you so much. Today we are talking about HIV and AIDS. As you all know that I am HIV positive. I've lived with the virus for over 15 years. And a lot of people have been asking questions. How are you managing as a married woman, as an activist, and what are, the challenges you face as an HIV person? And this is Rachel. It says, looking good, Tate. Thank you so much. Richard is taking well of me. Being a proud wife, Richie is spoiling me. Molin Pasima Pamire says, hey, Tate, you looking mwah. Thank you so much. Yeukai Chifike says, Tate, you are looking gorgeous. That dress, mwah, makeup, you're rocking that dress. Thank you so much. So, let's talk about HIV. I really want to add people who want to know about HIV and who want to share their experiences. How was it? How was, the stigmatization from the community? You hear a lot of people would say, things are very tight for me, Tate. I am afraid to come out to my family. I'm afraid to tell even my boyfriend or my partner that I have been found HIV positive. And what does it mean to be HIV positive? So I really want to share with this experience to you. When I found out that I was HIV positive, I was devastated. Shekuti ndakaiwana say HIV, no, it's none of anyone's business. But the main business of saying I found out that I was HIV positive at a very young age, 12 years old. And ndakashungurudzika. It was very tough for me to accept the situation. Kuti yes, I'm HIV positive. And I had to live with those consequences. Lucky enough, my mother was a very supportive figure. She's a strong woman. She covered up for me. But going into this community, I remember when my first year in university, I had to leave the medication because I was afraid that people would know that, oh, Tatelicious, my roommate, that by that time I was still a man. So I was afraid that my roommate at university would know that I'm taking HIV medication. Then I stopped. And when I stopped 8 months down the line, my HIV blew to AIDS, and it was full-blown AIDS. The CD4 count was 2, viral load was over millions in my body, and my even the CD4 count as it dropped, I was now admitted at Avenues Clinic in Zimbabwe. So as things came to that, I thought I was dying. I was given all those processes, lumbar puncture, because some doctors were thinking that maybe it's brain cocci. When you've got this AIDS, the moment of AIDS, everything will be going on. But one thing I learned, and I really want to take to the people, is in our African culture, when one becomes sick, you hear people say, let's go to traditional healers, let's go to these prophets and ask. But I thank my mother, because my mother is not one woman who was shaken by these traditional healers or prophets. She said, no, My first port of call is we go back to the doctors, and the doctors will tell us to do. And I think that was the most helping part of my life. Instead of me being taken to the ngangas and the mapostories, I was taken straight to the hospital, and I was re-put again on the ARVs. I've noticed in life, we kill a lot of relatives, taking them to the ngangas, mapostory, and you'll be told that, I'll put it in my vernacular language, amai vako ndo vari kukuroya, baba vako vakafa guwa ndo risina kurohwa saka uri kurwara. But we are little forgetting that no, we were sick, we had unprotected sex, or we were playing around unsafely, and now we want to believe in those mapostories and ngangas who are telling us, wakaroiwa na mai wako, wakaroiwa na baba onehama. So I really want to advise people out there to say, instead of you going to mapostories and nganga when you are sick, go first to the hospital. Let the doctors do their, investigations and all their blood tests. I know sometimes it's difficult when you are in Africa, some remote areas. You are told that we cannot find anything. But change hospitals, change doctors, because what we know with these situations, a lot of people are very, very, very put behind because they want to first ask from a traditional healer, asekuru, miru kudzimba, instead of going to the hospital. I also want to add a value of saying there's a difference between HIV and AIDS. When one is HIV positive, it means that they have that virus. And HIV means human immunovirus. And having that virus, it doesn't mean that you are sick. But when you have AIDS now, AIDS, the acronym standing for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome, standing that the HIV have turned to become a disease, the AIDS. And usually a lot of people, they don't survive there. That's why a lot of people die when they have AIDS. So when you see that the HIV has turned to AIDS, you really have to adhere to a medication. You really need to have doctors prefer that home-based care is very good. But I would also want to encourage people who take care of the sick people to say, if you are having home-based care, I know from experience that wherever I know this, sometimes I didn't want to eat. Sometimes I would shout at people who are making food for me. Sometimes I would tell them cursing words. Some of my relatives, I told them bad words. And I regret because I was sick. I didn't want just to accept the fact that, this is AIDS. So you would see that a lot of people are getting infected to say, oh my God, HIV, AIDS is stigmatized. And one of the things which made me survive even up to now, I've been so out with my status. I don't hide my status, whether it's boyfriends, whether I was single, as a one-night stand. When I find someone, I come blind. You have to use a condom because I'm HIV positive. Not that I can give HIV, because there is a certain extent where you cannot transmit the virus to someone, given that your viral load is undetectable, your CD4 count is very high, and also you are adhering to your medication very well, and you don't have any STIs or STDs. Like for now, if I sleep with someone who is HIV negative, given this consideration of my CD4 count being very low, undetectable, my viral load being very low and undetectable, and my CD4 count being very high, and no STDs and STIs, I cannot give anyone HIV. But these are conditions which must be kept very, very, very constant. Taking your medication, stress-free, eating good food. So you would notice that with these people you have come across in life, people are crying, Tatelicious, I cannot take my medication because my boyfriend comes and sleep over. Yeah, I think you should end that relationship, because you then weigh yourself to say, is the relationship more important than you having your life at ease? I would agree that people should choose having their life first. For example, when I met Richard, I told Richard, Richie, before you even do anything, I want you to know that I'm HIV positive. Yes, it was hard for him to take it because, as you can see, but someone would respect you for telling the truth. Just telling the truth to say, oh, before I even kissed this woman, before I even slept with this woman, she told me the truth. So this is all about HIV. I would want to add someone who wants to share their experience. Good healthy food is best. This is Hilda Stevensi and Joshua Tendai. Choose live. That's good. Rutendo Joyce Ndoro is watching. Ro Chika is watching. I want some experiences also from people, from doctors, from nurses who work with these issues. And Patrick Favai says, that is correct. Zesa yako yakawanda. Oh my God, thank you, Patrick. But I think it's accepting the way I am. I was judged at school. I still remember when one of my friends find out that I'm HIV positive. They gave me a special chair to sit on, and no one wanted to sit with me on the table. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Anyway, I chose to love my love, and I chose to live who I am. And Simba Nkala said, Chama wita. Thank you, Simba. My Daphne says, good topic, Tate. So I had to come and talk about this. You know that your Tatelicious is crazy sometimes. People are saying, Tatelicious, reduce your volume. It's giving feedback. Let me do that. I'll just reduce to my... Okay. I hope it's now better. Tell me that the volume is now better if I have reduced nicely. I hope it's no longer giving bad feedback. All right. And there's Tracy Bunko Hakata Paera Manzi says free spirit. I like it. And Anna Tinargo Chari said educative. Oh, Theomas, thank you. They say it's better now. Lucy Lolo, perfect now. Thank you, Lucy. So all I am saying about this HIV, it's very tricky. It's very tricky. Being Tatelicious Karigambe-Sandberg has never been easy. Sometimes you grow up. I was not born with HIV. You have to know that. It's something which came along the way in my life. And I had to take that chill pill and I had to accept the fact that HIV is part of my life. Whether I'm going to find a husband, whether I'm going to find a partner, they have to accept me for who I am. But now I want to add people. Usha Chikwenga says, telling your partner the truth is always good, but it's not easy. How do you tell your partner? Your partner, is looking for someone who's clean. But the problem, part of it is some people look for other people who they say clean whilst they don't know their statuses. That's very tricky also. And usually men, they don't want to go to VCT. When I say VCT, it means voluntary counseling and testing for HIV and AIDS. They don't want. And we have to remove that stigma, that, stereotype of saying only women have to suffer for HIV and AIDS. Haji LT is watching. Patrick Pets Chibanzi is watching. Hey, my brother. Thank you for joining. So this is how we talk about HIV. And to tell you the truth, when you know your status, you are at ease. I take my HIV and, medication and I'm still on line 1. That's the most important thing, what I realized with my situation. When I say about line 1, it means that I'm still taking the first step of antiretroviral. Because sometimes when line 1 is... been rejected with your body, you will be then transmitted to line 2. And when I say line 2, it's the most expensive drug which can be get even here in Europe. It's still very, very, very expensive. And for those people who are commercial sex workers in Africa, in Europe, I would also want to advise you to say there are some clients who don't want you to sleep with them with condoms, but I want you to go on the pre-exposure prophylaxis, where you eat the medicine before you get the virus. It's very expensive, but you have to protect your health. There is this Nelly Anoroma says, oh my, you look stunning. Look at your dress. Look at your beautiful self. Look at your confidence. I'm not infected, but I've been affected for the past 15 years. I love each and every, let me see more. I even forget they are positive, I would marry an HIV positive man if they were loyal and honest with me. These two components build a strong relationship. HIV or not, be blessed. You look beautiful. Nelia, I love you so much. Thank you, Nelia. Nelia says, I would marry someone who's HIV positive. And for your own information, Richard and I, we are a discordant couple. Richard is HIV negative and I'm HIV positive, but we've been together for more than 1 year now. And with Richard, you know, I cannot go into details, you know, but I want to tell you that Richard is still HIV negative. Yes, and we don't use protection because I cannot transmit the virus to him because the doctor says, Tatelicious, now you have come to a point where your viral load is undetectable. And when I say viral load, it means the amount of the virus, the amount of the HIV in your body has become now undetectable, which means I cannot transmit. There's an equation in HIV and AIDS which says undetectable viral load is equals to untransmittable HIV, which means when someone is HIV positive and they tell you that, oh, my viral load is undetectable, of course you have to see and you have to go with them to their doctors, because it's not only about telling. You have to go with those people who are HIV positive so that you also hear the doctor's perception, what they advise you. When we started with Richard also, it was a matter of saying I use protection, but there came a point in life where the doctor says no, because you two are faithful to each other, there are no STDs, STIs, so you can sleep without protection. So that's how it is. People really need to understand the lives of HIV and AIDS people. And Hilda says, God is good, Tate. Amai Rudairo Paradza says, love you, Tatelicious. I love you too, Amai Paradza. And one thing also which happens is you would see that some of the stories I hear from people is they're in a relationship and the boyfriend is HIV positive and they don't want to come out with their HIV. Then one time when a girlfriend is going through the girlfriend is going through the boyfriend's things, packing bags or what, then they find out medication, and they found out that that medication is HIV. Please don't panic. The first thing before you confront your boyfriend, go get tested, because you've been sleeping with your partner without protection. And when you've got tested and you see that you are not HIV positive, I know it's very rude and it's very killing when someone is sleeping with you and they don't tell you that they're HIV positive. But you have to get on with life. Reality is a powerful medium. You just have to get on with it. So when you have been tested, wait again another 3 months until it's about 9 months. Then you are sure that you are HIV negative. Then you confront your boyfriend. And there's no way to say you have to dump your boyfriend anyway. There are challenges in a relationship. There are challenges in marriages or what. But you have to come clean with each other and help each other. There's another issue. Bonilad is watching, Nasham Chkasera is watching. And there's an issue of saying when you help HIV people who are now AIDS, you might get infected. Of course, there's no infection usually when there's no blood-to-blood contact. And kana ukabatsira munhu ari kurwara uchimupa porridge, there's no means of saying that you also get HIV. So I really want to add some people who want to join in. Let me see here how I can add some people who want to be added. There is 2 people. Let me just do like this. Who want to be added? Approve. So that I can add them. You see me, I'm adding them. I just accept I'm adding one person so that they can also give an input to what we are saying. Are they accepting my addition? I just want to add them so that they can tell us their experience with HIV and AIDS. Or maybe she's not seeing it. I can add another person. Okay. Maureen Order. Maureen. Oh, okay. Let me just close that. Then I can add Maureen. Maureen, I'm adding you. If you can accept, then I can hear you. I'm adding you, Maureen, so that we can also help each other with these issues. Oh, stunning. This is Lumuka Kumalo. And Tracy Bunko Akata says very educative. Chrissy Dambudzo is watching. Edmund Dulia Awali is watching. Oh, beautiful. Maureen has joined. Hello, Maureen.
Hello.
How are you doing? Hello, Maureen. How are you?
Hello. Yes, I'm good. This was so educative. I'm so happy with what you are doing.
Thank you so much, my dear. Do you have any experiences or any tips you want to tell us about HIV and AIDS?
Deals with the adolescent girls, and it's around HIV/AIDS. So it's so just stunning about some of the experience you are giving, which could really relate to the adolescent girls and young women that I work with. I work for every day. That's why I really felt like part of it. I'm learning a lot, and I'm sure that this can be translated to what I do.
But as
Actually,
you
there have been
are,
a
can
lot
I
of
ask a
experiences.
question, my love? As you are working with
Yes.
adolescents, are they approving
Yes.
to use condoms when they have any sexual intercourse with anyone? Because I think condomizing is the way to go. Are you teaching these adolescents to say condomizing is the way to go?
Yes, we are teaching. Yes, we are teaching them to actually some of the very key importance of condoms and how it can really be used. Although there is a lot of problems around that. There is issues around negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
Some girls will tell you it is very, very difficult to negotiate for their
For condoms. And have you
yes.
ever spoke with your also girls or people who you speak with, if they reject the negotiation of using condoms? That's why now we are also advising adolescents to go in sex shop and buy dildos, because you can still have sexual intercourse with a dildo, or nowadays it's dolls, without getting STDs, STIs, and HIV, because it doesn't have to be with a human being. We are very, very detected to say sex is good with a human being. But I still remember when I was single, when I didn't want to go out in a pub, I would say I use my dildos. It worked. I had pleasure. I was watching maybe some pornography to help with the dildos, rather than going out there and you come back. And mind you, if you are HIV positive and you get STIs, it's very, very difficult for that STI to be, healed, because there is an issue of the CD4 count, viral load. So I had to protect myself that way. I would come on Facebook, pretend like, I'm so horny, but I know that when I go back into my house as a single woman, then I use dildos. So I think one of the things which you can also tell these young girls is to use dildos, or just, oral, give themselves pleasure. Women should know their bodies more than, the partner which they want to have sex with.
Thank you so much, my dear. That's quite so important thing to translate to the girls. And actually, we are communicating such options. It's not all about getting a partner, and it's not all about having a man or having a fellow human being. But at times, they could have other ways on how they can have their sexual pleasures.
Yes.
That is something that we've been doing.
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
mm-hmm.
And I really, really agree with you that it can really help us in this era where they have to negotiate, they have to go through a lot of problems, and at one point they are not able to win, so they actually remain being victims. So I really, really absolutely agree with you that this is an information that it's very important for it to trickle down to the girls, and it is very, very important for them to know, what if I don't have to have a partner, or what if it's not about this boy or girlfriend, so what else can I do? But I can still have some pleasure, and I can still you know, fulfill what I.
Thank you so much, my love. It was very informative, and thank you for joining.
Yes.
I hope you join again next week when we talk about HIV. I love you so much, and wakandi koshera mufunge, my sweetheart.
Thank you so much, and
Okay,
continue doing the great job for the world. This is so
okay,
powerful.
my love. Thank you. I love you.
Yes. Love you too.
I'm trying to end the video. All right. Let me just end this video with her. Good. All right, Richie, baby, come here close so that you can just say hi to the people who are watching. Come, baby. This is my perfect guy who support me everywhere. Hey, baby. This is a camera. This is my soldier, someone who give me positive influence in my life. It doesn't seem that I'm HIV positive when I'm with this guy. He is my rock. I love him so much. He's always supporting me in every situation. So I think also having a partner who supports you is a key to having that, you know, self-sensualized HIV and AIDS journey, or if you're HIV positive. And since Richard came into my life, he has never judged me for who I am or for what I did in the past, but he has been supporting me in every journey. So I love you so much, baby, and thank you for being my inspiration. This is my inspiration. Mwah.
I love you.
I love you all. You can go back to work. So this is my man, who is my rock, who gives me the strength of giving everything. People are giving you loves, Richie. People are really giving you loves. So people would say, oh, Tatelicious, where do you find the strength from? Richard really supports me very much. He really supports me very much. He gives me love. Oh, Punky says, Richard, you're a gem. Patrick Fulai says he is the greatest husband. To tell you the truth, he is the greatest husband. I continue to be myself, and he never judges me. And I'm telling you, he's mine and mine alone. And Dauta Dewa Shimonyo is watching. Hello, Dauta, I see you. Oh, bless him, Tete. So I think the most also important thing is to have a partner who supports you. Not to say when you quarrel with the partner, or they say, oh, that's why you've got HIV, or that's why you are not actually dying when you have HIV. You know your status, and it helps. And there's also Simba. She says, wish you all the best. Thank you. And oh, bless him. Tanyanyiwa is watching. I also want to hear from people who have experienced, you know, helping HIV and AIDS positive people. And Francis Ndoro says, Mkwasha wa Washumba. That's good. I want to know, how is it? Duchess Cleo, I love you so much. Duchess is saying hi, baby. So this is how it is when we are talking about HIV. You need to have a peace of mindset. Peace of mindset. You have to accept yourself for who you are, and you have to come out from your own shame to say, this is my life. This is my positive life. And Pretty Chuma says, Tate, people are asking if you are a Christian. I am a believer, ladies and gentlemen. Do not believe. I believe in God, but I don't belong in any denomination because I was banned in every church. They castigate transgenders, gay people, lesbian, and I'm part of that branch of people. But I believe in God. I believe in a supernatural being. So yes, I'm a believer, but being a Christian, and he's Syria and this Roma and this I'm just a believer. Then Selafin Love says, well done, Tatelicious. Pamberinewe Rutendo is watching. Joyce Goredema is watching. Then we also talk about how you feel when you find out that I'm HIV positive. And maybe you are one person who are respectable, especially the problem with doctors. One thing I have seen a lot of people who die is doctors. Doctors really die quickly of HIV because they are ashamed of being infected if their duty is to help people. Pelagia Mtake, I love you, my baby. I see you. Then Patrick says, you are right about denominations. No, I don't belong in any denomination. I just know that Kudenga kuna mwari, and I believe that. And Tsitsima Unga says, hey, well done. That is a great topic. So I would want to know, to say, From my experience, I've got relatives who are doctors who have died from HIV and AIDS, and their own thing was shame. I have come out to realize they were ashamed to be said, oh, Dr. Ningi had HIV or he has had AIDS, and they were afraid to go to get medication or to be registered to say they are taking medication. Much love to you, darling Pelagia Mtake. I want to hear from people who have really noticed these issues. How did they help each other? And you know, when it's here in Sweden, it's the most country which help people who are HIV and AIDS medically. But in terms of the psychological, mental effects of it, it's still low. People, the Swedish government needs to, to go ahead on that. Zimbabwe, I think it's on top when it comes of psychological and mental health, especially when you go to, I used to go to Newlands Clinic in Zimbabwe, Harare. Then ndopandakaponera ikoko Newlands, and big shout out to the Newlands team. I love you so much, Dr. Bote and your team. You are the best. Sister Rose, I love you so much. These people saw me when I was almost dead. I still remember when I went to Newlands Clinic, I couldn't walk nicely. The wind would blow me when I want to walk. So my mother would walk with me holding my hand like this. And when I went to the first day at the Newlands Clinic, Sister Rose said to me, "It's gonna be fine, Tatenda." I was so scared, mentally, you'll be thinking that you are on top of the world when you are going this, brain cockeye. But I really, really realized that there is life. Noman Temba, I see you, girl. How are you? And God bless you, Tate. This is Amai Rudairo. And Noman Temba says, amen. Thank you, my baby. So I still remember when I was going to Newlands, and they gave me medication, and I thought everyone was watching me and I just need to die. But with the love I received from Newlands, even before I went to Newlands, I was at Parenyatwa OI, and I still remember the team at OI clinic, very good. Rumbi was still there, but I hear that she's now moved to another hospital. But the team there at OI Parenyatwa was very good. I'm talking from experience. I walked this journey of getting treatment, and you would hear before, when we went to Parenyatwa, they first prayed before we got our medication, and it helped us also spiritually to just ask for that power to say we need to get healed with this pandemic. So I really want also to add, how long have you known your status? I've known my status for over 15 years, my dear. This is Zedi Sambu. And Primrose says educative program. Angiwen says stay blessed. Fareda says you are an inspiration. Betsy Tembo says thank you for being real. So this is the real situation. People would say, oh, if I tell people that I'm HIV positive, I won't find anyone. For your own information, I found someone and we got married in the church, white wedding. So what cannot happen to you? This is something which should be real to everyone. HIV is the beginning. You should tell yourself HIV is the beginning. Noman Temba says, my love for you just escalated. Thank you so much, Noma. Yuda says, it's good and helpful to talk from your own experience. I like that. Yes, Spanky Dumani says 15 years. 15 years. And I'm so proud of my medication. From that moment when I was university, when I dropped the medication and the HIV turned to be AIDS, I realized that my medication adheration is very important. So to tell you the truth, when you're in a relationship where your partner is telling you that I cannot have you for being HIV positive, walk and leave that partner and start adhering with your medication. I'm telling you, out there are many people who are HIV positive, who are looking for someone who is dedicated. I can see a lot of people who want to be added. This is Teddy, Honorable. Teddy, do you want to be added? Oh my goodness. Let me go here. No, I cannot see any. People who want to be added. Teddy, I see you. I love you so much. You are a survivor. Thank you so much, T. Rooney. We are both survivors. We are living our lives to the fullest. That's why when you see me, when I come on Facebook dancing naked, of course I first ask my husband, is it okay? And my husband said, as long as it's Tatelicious. And this is Tatelicious. Tatelicious is a very free spirit. I live my life to the fullest because I almost died. I almost died. It was drastic, but that's the truth. And my Kina Kayla says, well done, Tatenda Mukadzi wa Richard. Thank you, my Kiki. So, watching from Malawi, thank you so much, Gloria James. So, this is the HIV and AIDS topic. For those people who are HIV positive, what I want to say to you, adhere to your medication. Adherence is the most important thing in life. When you adhere, baby, may I please have an orange juice? Thank you, sweetheart. When you adhere to your medication and when you accept the person who you are, and don't be shy to drink your medicine. You are not obliged to tell anyone that you are HIV positive, to tell you the truth. This is only done by people who like Tatelicious, who are there to inspire other people to live their lives. But you, as just someone who wants to live their lives privately, continue to do so. But you are obliged to tell your partner, to say, you know what, John, you know what, Simba, you know what, Claudius, I'm HIV positive. Whether you like it or not, you have to accept it. And this is me. If you don't want me, please leave me with my HIV tablets. And Mona Lisa Tungamira says, so how old were you when you got infected? Right now, I'm in my late 20s. I got infected with HIV when I was in my late teenage. How old was I? Think about it. Then when I tell you how old I was, I will then review my age. But it was in teenagehood process. That's when I found out that I was HIV positive. And Kelly Ngweju says, true spirit, Van Firam denial. This is Kukumtai Kamoto. Love you, Tate. You are an inspiration and I salute you. Thank you so much, Kuku. My Rutendo says, that's brave of you. Well done. So I think every Monday, I will come up with this live. Let's talk about HIV. As time goes on, if I find also people who are HIV positive who want to share their stories with you, let's teach about HIV and AIDS. It's there. It's there, I'm telling you, here in Sweden. Yes, it's very helpful to be treated with HIV and AIDS, but the stigmatization is still high. I can see someone who wants to be added here. Let me go to my screen closely. Who is this one? Oh, they've removed themselves. If you want me to add you, please just tell me and I'll add you. So this is how it goes, and I really want us to move with the notion, with the agenda. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you so much, babe. I've got another question which say, oh, looking forward to Mondays with Tate. Thank you so much, my dear. Keeping it real, well done. And also I found, Daddy, may I please have my laptop? I think I have other questions. There are some people who say, Tatelicious, what happens when I am a drinker and what happens when I smoke? I think you have to reduce your drinking levels. And as for smoking, try by all means to stop smoking. Because when you are HIV and AIDS, your health comes first. Your health. Someone says, Wakandikoshera ufunge Tate, can't wait to see you Friday. Again, Kwamandla Club. Oh, geez, I hope I'll make it. Kwamandla. Mandla is an entertaining someone. So, how is it some people don't accept their statuses? It's because of stigma. That's the only thing we have to answer. Denial is because what people will say. I still remember one of my friends also is a medical practitioner, a nurse. Said, Tatelicious, I found out that I'm HIV positive, but I will never go and take my medication where I'm working because my friends will castigate me and they will tell everyone, include doctors, that I am HIV positive. So I would want to say to you, take away those friends. Do you need them anyway? Do you need people who want to tell you how to live your life? Do you need people who want to tell you to say don't drink medication or suffer in denial? Yes, and I have said, and I'll say this, Nomatemba said stigma. That's very good. Nice top, Sister Tate. Thank you so much, my dear. This is Rutendo Masimba. James Nukafo is watching. Spiwe N and denial must fall. I agree with you, Amai Rudairo. Denial, denial, denial. Why? And I think also the people who cause most denial are our relatives. And so what is your live broadcast schedule? Patrick is asking. Patrick, for now I'll be coming on Mondays talking about HIV live every Monday 1900 Central African time. And you have a supportive husband, God bless him. Riches, people are saying God bless you, my love. And stigma and discrimination, that's very true. Thank you, Daddy. And you would notice that when people are saying HIV and AIDS, I was talking about where stigma originates from. It originates from relatives. Instead of them taking you to hospital, they would say, oh my God, there's nothing like that. HIV, you know, when you got HIV or when you were infected by someone with HIV, you just have to get on with life and go to the hospital. Then Lindiwe says, thanks for the topic. We are all victims and this will help a lot of people. And Glenda Mutuire is watching. Hey, Glenda. So moving forward, one of the things is stigma and discrimination must fall. People should go and get tested. Go and get tested. I can see someone who wants to be added on live. Let me just add them. Okay, Kukumutsai Kamoto, approve. Kuku, I'm adding you. I'm adding you now so that we can talk about this issue. Kuku, I'm adding you. Accept. Hello, Kuku.
Hello, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you for joining on the show, my dear. How are you seeing this show?
Oh, this show is good. You're trying to educate some of the people. You know, me on my side, my mom, she's got a close friend. She was suffering with HIV and AIDS. She was denied to go to the hospital, even to take their medication. My mom, she tried her best to encourage her to take the medication. Now that lady, she's a great woman. She encouraged everybody. She said, when you are in HIV positive, you must take your medication because she was almost to die.
That's very true.
When you go to see her, when she was lying on the bed, she can't even to lift up her hand. My mom, she tried her best. She gave her medication. She cooked some porridge to give her. Sometimes she bite my mom, but my mom, she was forcing her to eat.
I still remember when I was bedridden with AIDS, my sweet love.
Yes.
You notice that the food is not eatable. And one thing which helped me every morning when I was suffering with AIDS, it was porridge, rinedovi, every morning. Yes. You know, the grinded meal with peanut butter. And my mother would make it, because my mother went to work every morning around 6:30 in the morning, 6:30. So before she went to work, she would wake up early in the morning, 05 a.m., make that porridge and give me, and tell the people around me that around afternoon, make sure Tatenda eats that porridge. Because they noticed that because I didn't like any other foods like chicken and rice and what, porridge with that peanut butter really helped me. And also it boosted my immune system. So you would notice that having something to eat that moment is very important. And it's also something which I realized to say, if you have people who are supportive, who are very, very patient with you, keep them close. Because I remember also when I was bedridden, my love, my mouth was rotten. I spoke bad words, bad things to these people who helped me. You know, thinking that they are the ones who are witching me. But I realized when I got better to say, no, I have to go to them and say sorry. So I think those are the most important thing. I'm trying to relate with the story which you are telling me, to say, especially when you are bedridden, you see that the world is against you, but actually the world would be wanting to help you. So I totally agree, my
Yes.
sister.
Yes, yes. You know, the other topic the other question I want to what it's talking about is stigma. Stigmatization. It's
Mm-hmm.
about our community. It's not before we go to our community, within the family. Maybe when you are HIV positive, maybe your sister, your grandmother, she
Mm-hmm.
say bad things about you. Yeah,
I
maybe
know, Kani,
she was
amazing.
bitching around. That's why she get that disease. You know, they didn't comfort you.
And
So
they
when they
don't
speak,
even also know, Kuti, when you get HIV, it's not that you were being promiscuous. Some partners
yeah,
are evil. They give you HIV without knowing it. Or maybe you are an HIV specialist, like a nurse. You work with patients who are HIV positive, and mistakenly you pinched yourself with a needle which was helping people who are HIV positive. So there are many ways of getting the virus. It's not only about sex. So that stigma, I think stigma and discrimination should fall, especially from family members and friends.
yes, yes, especially in family. Before we go to the friend, but
Mm,
in the family, because the first person who started stigmatizing you, it's your relative.
that's true.
Because I remember on my side, Tatelicious, my close relatives, they died with AIDS. The first person
Oh,
who started talking bad things about that, it's a close relative. The same, maybe the father said she was a prostitute. That's why she's like
I
this.
know, Kani.
My aunt, she was died with HIV. It's not about she was a prostitute. She was innocent, but her husband bring the disease.
Was promiscuous, yes, that's very true.
I think it's high time to campaign and fight about stigma and discrimination.
That's very true, my dear.
Because me, I cannot deny myself from Norway. You deny yourself because of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Because you think about when my family knows I'm HIV and AIDS, they start stigmatizing me, discrimination me. So it's better you be quiet. You start denying yourself.
That's very true. And I think moving forward, my sister, one thing we have to balance is to just accepting. Let's accept who we are. And ngatisudurudzei vanhu vanotibvisa izvizvi zvekutiti HIV is bad for you when you know that I have to take medication. I still remember one of the things also when you get HIV is the medication. When you take it, sometimes you see delusions and illusions. Unonyona nyoka dzisipo kana uchimwa mishonga iyi ine maside effects akasiyana siyana, but you have to be consistent with the medication, and it will help you in the long run. So stigma and discrimination must fall. And I really want to thank you, my dear. And your last words, what can you say to people, because your family and your mother's friend was affected? What can you say to other people who are infected, especially infected like Tatelicious, who are HIV positive or who are bedridden with AIDS? What do you want to say to these people?
My last words, and to encourage,
And
especially
people are saying,
to
Kola, I like you. People are commenting, they are saying they like the way you talk. Keep it up, Kola. People are loving you.
okay. My last words, and kuudza vanhu ndeyekuti vanhu ningirikini zvakafanana, especially imwe nyaya ndoda kuti nditaure. Pane munhu kuti anogona kuti aona partner yake, madisputed couples zvakaita iwewe nemurume wako. Mumwe
Yeah.
munhu aona partner anonzosarurwe nemunhu iyeye nekuti ane chirwere. Who are you unojaja munhu?
That's the good thing about me, Kola. Me and Dina Shamari, I don't have people who I keep close to my husband, because I know your family can be destroyed by friends. In my life, my
Exactly.
mother said the worst investment is friends. Don't invite
Yes.
friends in your home and say, this is my best friend, and you leave your best friend with your husband. Besides kuti murume anoenda, murume can be told other things which are bad about you. So me and Richard doesn't also have any best friends who come to say nga, 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 nga. We only have acquaintances out there. That's who we are. So I would also want to say, people, you should mature to that essence. To say, don't just have, oh, best friends, best friends. Besides, to say your partner or murume or mukadzi can be taken by these best friends, so-called best friends. Your life can be changed and destroyed by best friends. So I'm agreeing with you, my dear sister. I think the best thing to do is people should be very jealous with their lives. People should guard their marriages, guard their relationships, guard even their children. We have 2 kids with Richard, and we want our children to know that we are there for them. So I cannot have a friend out there and say, oh, I'm coming to Tatelicious penthouse. To do what? What do you want at my house? I meet you on Facebook with everyone. So if you want to see me with Richard, we are coming on Facebook. In my house, only my family comes in my house, period. That's our rule with Richard. I don't have, and it is my groups in my house. I only do groups on Facebook and WhatsApp. That's who we are. I think people should, realize and learn and grow up to that. I can see people are saying true. That's it. Don't rather be alone. Before I met Richard, I had friends online, not friends who come in my life and take me to pubs or what. These things destroy. When I say destroy, for your own information, when I was bedridden with AIDS, people who I called my friends, ndo vakafambisa mbiri kuti vanhu garai makagadzirira Tatenda akufa. Ngoma nehosho ngazviiswe paside. Mari dzechema those people who I called friends. When I got up, I crashed. Ndakapuruna unge nzimbe so kubvisa vanhu kuti these people are not good for me. So you should know that these people who you call friends sometimes are the most toxic people in your life. Remove them and leave alone. If you're a Christian, no matter what is my song, church, YouTube or what, rather than having people who believe that friends, what is friendship without life? Even on my wedding, I didn't have a best girl from friends. My best girl was my mother at my wedding.
Really?
Yes, my best girl was my mother, and she was holding my gown everywhere. That's what I do. I don't believe in my groups. In what would they do? They don't help me. I'm someone who was unfortunate with friends, so I can't go that way. So, Kola, thank you so much, my dear, and thank you for joining. I hope you join me again next week.
Kana warwara kungomwa mapiritsi akurambidzwe nekuti AIDS yatova nani, HIV yatova nani pane cancer iri kutouraya pane AIDS. Vanhu ngatimwe mapiritsi, ngande tinotestwa, ngatisambofira mudhinayo, ngatisambofunga kuti zvoni Tatelicious achandiramba. No. Bye, my dear.
I love you so much, my love. See you again next week. I want to give a chance for others. Love you. Thank you for joining. Cheers.
Bye.
Oh, as you can see, people are joining in. Cynthia says, Tate, you are a champion to many. Zivana says, Taura, Ako Tate. Beverly Botho says, wow. Chantel Misodzi says, Ed. Chantel, I cannot see your ad, my dear. I can see, Jackie, how are you, my lovey? Jackie Tinovimba Ngarande. Mningina wangwa join. How are you, Mningina? I just am saying to everyone, this issue about HIV, don't have groups. That same friend which you tell that you are HIV positive is the friend who is going to your boyfriend and say, do you know that Ratizo is now HIV positive? I have just advised you, go away. And you are now single again. So why should you are okay, you can have friends, but don't tell everything to your friends. Don't bring friends into your bedroom. For what reason? I would wonder, some of the friends, this is my best friend, come into my bedroom. Serious, I still remember one of the do's and don'ts which I was told by Richard when we met before we realized that we were in love. He said to me, the other question, are you a people's person? Then I said, yes. I'm a people's person. No. I'm trying to say, do you have people who you call friends, who you really bring close? Then I said, no, I was disappointed with friends when I was AIDS, bedridden. So I cannot call anyone a friend in my life. I only have friends on Facebook, and I have family. And my family is my mother, my 2 sisters, and my big brother. Those are my family. Then Richard realized and told me also to say, friends, they jeopardize. Also, he has an experience with best friends which happened in his life. So you would notice that these same friends tarnishes. And Kwanele says, so true, you are a brave soul. I admire you. Yes, and I would want, people would say, Tatelicious is lying that I'm HIV positive. If you want to know my real, in Budiriro 2, Harare, that's where I grew up. Ask anyone who is in Budiriro 2 who have been living to say, do you know Tatenda? Ngochani knows Tatenda. They would tell you kuti angafa. Kufa kuti fine chirwere. I'm telling this is a thing which happened to me. Some of the days nanda kugara ku Avenues clinic pandakatanga kuenda ku Avenues because I lived in 2 hospitals, Parerenyatwa and Avenues clinic. In Avenues clinic I had to be tied with a chain, because they were thinking that I'm also harmful to other patients because I was so energetic, but nyasha dzedengawo dzinozombokurangarira. I don't want to lie on that one. Then Tracy is saying, yes, even with great friends, one should have a sense of privacy. That's very true. Chipoma Kwara is watching. Yeah, so guys, this is what we should learn about these things of HIV. We have to grow up. Stigma and discrimination should fall. One day, let us go and get tested. That's the good thing. I think I would only accept 2 callers before I call it off. But as I am going, also some people would say, Tate, how was your medication when you started drinking? When I started to drink in Zimbabwe, there was a lot of medicine before these new ones. There was Stalanev, and there was Zidovidine, and there was Makotri, because before that time, in my era, you were first given Kotri before you were taken into the ARVs. But nowadays, when you have got HIV, they say straight into ARV. When you get HIV positive, the doctors are encouraged to put the patient straight into ARVs, because it also increases what? It increases their CD4 count and depress the viral load. And hi, Tate, I admire your courage. That's good. Thank you so much, Juliana. And Zesta Mbanje says, Tate, you are beautiful. And she's saying, I thought that you are pregnant. Yes, pregnancy, sweetie. I'll talk about another day. It's a journey. When you hear me not talking about these things, there's a story behind a story, but leave it for another day, another discussion. I'll discuss about that. Then Stefan Reid says, HIV is no longer a death sentence. Well done to the brave souls out there campaigning for awareness. Thank you, Stefan. Sure do Capricorn says, well done. Chantel Misodzi Ed. Chantel, I cannot see you, my dear, just because I was trying to add you, Chantel, but I cannot see how to add you here, my love. Please, 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 Chantel. How can I add you, Chantel? Let me just try to press this. Chantel, can you just put it, then I'll accept it. Just put, so that I accept. Then network gone. Can you see me, people? Network gone. Network gone. People are saying network gone. Are we still on? Oh, Nancy G is watching. Nancy G is watching. I can see people are there. Chantel is an invite. Oh, good. So people are seeing. Please, if you see me, just press heart, because some people are saying network is gone. Can you just press hearts if you see me? It's okay now. I can see you are beautiful. That's nice. So I just want to say, oh, thank you. I see your hearts. Thank you so much. What we need to move on is let's take out the stigma and discrimination. Gati and Etnotestwa, thank you for the loves. I can see them. Beautiful outfit, Barbara Mtanda. Thank you, my love. Moline, you're still on. Thank you. Yes, we can see you, love. Thank you. Stigma and discrimination should fall. The ndakukarakata zvakunyazooneka kuti chirwere chida kubata kauro kaya. So when you feel sick, go to the hospital. Go get tested. And kana watestwa, if you see that you are HIV positive, tambira zvabuda musarudzo. Accept what the doctors have said about your status. Whether you are HIV positive or you are HIV negative, you might be on the window period. When I say window period, it means that the HIV is not yet detectable, but it's there. Keep on going 3 months after 3 months after 3 months so that you check. And love you, Tate, very informative topic. Thank you, Love Nomsa. And Kiki, love your spirit. And I'm catching you are a lovely soul and funny too. Thank you so much, Mianda. So, people, I can also take questions now. I think you can pop some questions which you want to know before I call it off. What are the questions which you want to know? I like that Tambira Jabuda Msarudzo. Yes, you have to accept the situation. Tambira Jabuda Msarudzo. I still remember when I went to Glenview I2 because I was the vice head boy of Glenview I2 when I was at O level. So when I finished there, when I was HIV positive, ndane AIDS, ndakafamba kubva kudiro tu kuenda kuGlenview. Brain dzichita koka kudai ndakanoita mashura nezviratidza paGlenview I2 ndichinge ndaavha vice boy dzinombokudzora ndangariro kakumashure. And I thought then kuti I'm now again the vice head boy. And you know, the school was said, what happened to Tatenda? Tatenda was never sick, but they never also saw that this was HIV. They thought kuti mamepo, but apana kana mamepo chirwere kana chapinda mumusoro chinomboita zvachinoita. Then Bubuza Mshengu says, Tate, you are so adorable. The world needs more people like you. Thank you, Bubuza. And Albert Marazi says, how do you balance those in Africa? Stigma and discrimination. The Bible clouds the brain of an African. Albert Marazi, thank you so much, my dear. How do you balance? I can see someone who wants to be added. I'll get back to Albert. Let me just add this person who wants to be added on live. Chantel Misodzi, you are now approved. Chantel, welcome on board, Chantel. Oh, I can see people are posting my advice to teach one and everyone watching. Don't tell your family members who's positive than you are dying. That's good. Chantel, how are you?
Hi, Tate, my sweetheart.
Hello, my baby. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good. First of all, before I say anything, I think you're my favorite person in this whole world.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not even trying to flatter you or anything. I just love you. You just bring me joy.
I love you more, my sweetheart. I love you so much. Otherwise, Happy New Year, how is everything treating you?
Everything is fine. Happy Valentine.
Valentine is around the corner. I want a Ferrari.
Exactly. So, darling, my story is okay. First of all, I want to advise all my sisters out there, if you're starting a new relationship, mazano, mukore watiri kurarama, zvakangokosha kuti mubva manotestwa mese.
That's true.
Mubva mangoziya pamamira musati matanga kusangana. Because pachokwadi chaipo kusada kunyeberana tateka. Marelationship avanhu vari kurovana nyoro. Sorry for the language.
No, it's okay, my dear.
Vanhu vakarara vakadanana this week. Next week vakashandisa condom. Next week but one condom. Ukaona anosvipinda mu 3 weeks ka masoja. Inenge yayeke.
Kola, people are loving you.
So I think the very first thing they could testwa mese. Kana one new relationship testwa ukaona mumwe wako achiramba ubvoziva kuti pane iripo. So what happened to me?
When people are in a new relationship, nyoro panyoro apa zvinofamba sei, because I still remember when I was in Zimbabwe, varume vazhinji vanoda nyoro vita. Saka nyoro vita iwo uri kuda relationship wo wagarisa uri single. zvinofambiswa sei? Wofira nyoro here kana kuti woprotecta upenyu hwako kunyasopajekesa ipapo switi?
I think kuprotecta upenyu ndokuri pamberi pafeya chaipo chaipo, because iwe unogona kukoshesa nyoro. Kuwana kwedu kwakasiyana tate, hatidi kunyemba chirwere ichi chinoda kudya chikafu chakanaka muwangu. Iwewe kumba kwako, kumba kwenyu uri kungomuka everyday uchinotemha munjonjo, uchinotemha kovho muningirinkini mugadheni isina kana mafuta and all.
Zvinombodoka protein,
kaegi ka-underdone kaegi chichiwaiziya. Uyu munhu ari kukupa chirwere can afford to buy those things for himself. Uri kupabata.
But Chantel, do you know kuti vakomana vari kuda nyoro vaya 73%, World Health Organization have realized that 73% of these men who wants nyoro, most of them are HIV positive.
Saka inini I can safely say kuti varume vese vanondinyenga mukurarama kwangu vani positive, nekuti vese vanenge vachingoda yeke. Ukasatoruma mazino kuti baba pfeka ichipepa ichi. My sister,
pane vari kubvunza kakuti tate yeke daro patinoti paya mboro nebeche zvasangana zviri kukweshaniswa yakadaro, ko vanoti ndidye mboro yangu zviri riski here kudya mboro yemurume? Ndabvunzwa futi painbox izvozvo, pane munhu asiko tate ndiri kunyara, but zviri riski here kupa blow job usingazive kuti munhu akamira papi?
It's very risky. Inini I try to educate myself about HIV a lot, because yakandipotsa. Wanzwa 8 years ago yakandipotsa padiki yakandipotsa, you know.
Isu takabatwa nayo dia urinani wakapotswa ini yakandibata.
Inini mwangu I was in a relationship ndichitoda munhu and ndichitaura zvekutestwa aibvuma, but panguva yachasvika aizongoshaika kana kuti zvaizongovharwa.
Basa aizoita meeting kubasa.
Yes, akati baby, I won't force you to sleep with me kusvikira waready. You know how it is. Then this other time vataenda kuholiday kuKariba. It wasn't a holiday, kwanga kuri kumabhuza netimu yavo yemabhuza, munhu esemva waya nebhebhi rake. Takaita holiday yese tichingorara ndakagukuchirwa, ndikati hey, love yakadai hansenda mbuyo. No sekisi mai mwana, achingoti baby, I want you to be ready. Musi watazobva ikoko vatanonoka kusvika vandanorara kumba kwake, ndo patakabva tasitanga kuita yeke. Mangwana acho tikati condoms kanzi rinonditi sarashi, asi kana pfungwa dzechidiki soka ndinoreacta. I react if I use condoms. Pfungwa dzechidiki unobva apa unenge uchibhiliva pa munhu anenge akasimba ka. Ndakaita I think 3 months tate ndichirara yeke nemunhu almost every day, because aigara padhuze nekumba kwedu, saka ndaingoti ndikangoda ndanjenga ndaenda. So I think inyaya yaungochitaura yemaviral load kudi, I think zvake zvanga zviri right ipapo, my sister. Inini kuti nditozozvibata ndadhumana nemubhebhi mama wake kumba kwake, iye abuda ndiri mumba. Anga ari single, aitogara pamba pavo, but anga ane bhebhi mama aitogarawo kumba kwavo. Vanga varambana, but vanga vakuita vachidzokerana vachibirira. So baby mama now came.
Because zvazvinoita Chantel sweetie, zvazvinoita kana especially iwewe zvako zvakakubata wakanaka. Inini ndofunga CD4 count yangu yanga, when we say CD4 count, tiri kuti masoja ari mumuviri wako, those white blood cells, those are called CD4 count. Saka CD4 count kako kana yakaderera, your white blood cells, because white blood cells are the ones which fight diseases and viruses in the body. So kana yange yakaderera seyangu, ndosaka ndakangozonzi hoka ndakamba ndabatwa nacho. But you were very lucky, or otherwise iye murume wawairara naye maybe he was positive but CD4 count yake was very high, and viral load, when we say viral load, I think the amount of HIV in his body was very, very minimum.
And then vatadhumana nemusikana uya tate pai ndiakaita Jesu wangu mukadzi yeye, pauya nditori mumba ndakatorelaxa pambedha samai vemba kudai, ndaitoona marriage yatouya. Ndobva auya musikana uya zvinonzi who are you? Ndikati ndiri musikana wanhingi, zvikanzi Oh, inini ndinonzi mainingi ndiri mukadzi wake ndikati vakarambana. Even the mother knows me. Varipo pamba pacho, varipo upstairs pamba pane double story. Tikanzi okay, anyway inini handiri kukurwisa kana kuita sei, but ndoda kungoti mungoziva kuti uri kumwawo here because murume wedu anonwa. Ndikati kunwa
ende musikana akakusevha
zvikanzi kutaura kunonetsa bvaangoti closet war. Zvikanzi tora batya remabox pandaburitsa ndega hanzi unozoti ndaisa pandaburitsa kudai kuona ipapo ndopanga achiri kunwiwa akati ranga risati ra1 kuona mukuinda mukomba, and I was still very young. I was still very young. Ndakastroke ndakangodonha pasi pandangoti zi. Musikana yeye ndakatozondiperekedza kumba kwedu achitrai kundikansela atonoti mwana wevanhu atostroke pano, and I cried ndikaiti mangwana manje zvazvinoita unobva wateta dzungu mangwana ndakabva ndananga kunew start but santane 3 months anyway. Pandanzi ozodzoka after 3 months ndakaita gore rese ndichiti after every other 3 months ndichidzokera kunonzwa kuti maybe zvanga changa chisati chakuoneka, maybe chamona nhasi pese pandinonotestwa kana ichingotyoti pamwe changa chiri mumateresi chichazongoti vhangani.
I know, sweetheart, but unoziya Mwari nemudzimi yako zvakakuprotecta, because you would see Madam Boss has joined us. Thank you for joining, my love. I'll add you after Chantel. You would see kuti pazvakakubata ipapo inini handina kana kumborealize kuti pane zviri kuitika. Ndakazoti because I used to be a blood donor, ndakazoreceiva tsamba yekuti handichakwanise kureceiva blood.
Vanoti come in and let's talk, because I'm a blood donor now. Vanokutumira message kuti come in and let's talk.
Iwe ndokuenda zvikanzaiwa handei kuVCT ndandazonzi maiwe kana simba rashe J Magoro is saying hello iwe ngochani, hello simba ngochani, ndiripo ndiriti.
Yes, tate ndosaka ichikuda mhani wewe.
Hanzi hello iwe ngochani, ndakati ndiri pano ngochani emakuerere, ndiri pano ekurohwa shure. Ndazvanzi manje VCT ndaenda ndanotestwa HIV positive. Amai munhu wekutanga wandakafondera ndimai vangu, ndakati mama chatsvuka mai we chatsvuka.
Wanga usingaridze mhere here?
Mabasa ako mai vangu vakangonditi mabasa ako, munhu anomira nemabasa ake.
Amai. Anyway, wambenga wandibvunza mubvunzo tate. Let's go back kumubvunzo wandibvunza wanga wabvunzwa nemuteereri handiti. What I did when blow job iri risky here. Blow job is very risky.
Blow job when someone is HIV positive?
It's risky. Kana ii zvatataura zvemaviral load neCD4 zvisiri bho. Iwewe because mukanwa vanhu vakawanda vanogara vane mamouth sores mukanwa umu. Unenge uchitonzwa kuti ukadya sauti unonzwa kasauti kachipindirira kuti kasauti. So the moment that sore comes into contact nemafluids emunhu uyu.
Yeah, Shanti, women should be also clever. Say muchingoda kungopa blowjob. Why do you always want to give everyone blowjob who comes in your house? Why? Why do you want to give?
Munhu tanga wambovheta wambobhilivhiswa kana after 1 year aiwa blow nemangoblowa ne69 kamumwe nekoko bho hazvirambidzwe. But nyaya yekungoti wese auya because uda kutengerwa pizza, because uda kutengerwa Peruvian, uri kungokwekweta uchiti hane kuti handisi kuitwa uchingokwekweta kunge because condom hapana pati zvatinozombobatsira wapedza kukwekweta, zvino handiti kubva mangopedzisa henyu mutambo wenyu.
That's very true, and I also advise people to say when you give blowjobs, just have a partner which you trust or a blesser which you trust, and but just have a blesser which you trust or someone you trust, because I still remember me, you know, azvingodi kana kungoti pese takaona zvakawanda vamwe vakazotaka kubuda zvinhu zvegreen muromo muchichichi. Just be careful with that. But anyway, Chantel wanditira iwe, I loved this story of yours which you shared. The personal story is where we learn. I want people to know that every Monday, this time 1900 Central African time, tinouya tichitaura nyaya dzeAIDS idzi. Ndimuri kuona Tatelicious haaziri AIDS ega ari infected and affected. Shanti wakapotsa zadzwa nevarume vatinenge tichiti vari okay ivo vasiri. Ngatitarisei mumabhashi umanzi mune zvirimo naShanteo. Your last words to people, my sweetheart Shanti.
Enge ngatiregerei kugeja ningirikini mhasuru eHIV nedako remunhu oro nedehwe rake oro unoziva mapiritsa aya zvandakaona tate ane vanhu vaanofita mapiritsa aya munhu anofitwa zvekuti unoshaya kuti anogesa nemukaka here uyu.
This platform is for English, Shona, Ndebele. Please, 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 people should express in their language they want. So allow Shanti to express herself in Shona.
Exactly, because ndikataura chirungu ndozita kunge vamwe sisi vambobva pano vanhu vanga vakungotara zvechirungu vasateerere kudzidziswa. Aiwa kungotaurawo kungoonesana. Guys ka munonzwa sei musamezhe ningirikini nedehwe kana neningirikini mabhoza. Unoenda zveshuwa.
Saka uri kureva kuti shure dzana tate dzakazara zvirwere here?
Aiwa chako chabvera load yapa zero saka izvinezvi pane zvino iri safe. Ndavaini. Guys, please ngatisadaro handiti. Ini namai angu vakafa neHIV.
Oh, shame.
So I've seen it first hand. Isati yakuti paipai madhokta paangasati akuitaura paipai. Muchimonzi munhu inge afa nemeningitis afa nepneumonia ndo makore acho iwawo, so ndinonyatsoiziva first hand enge ndinoitya. Though mazano yaamanageable zvambotaurwa icho ende plus tine testimony yedu iyi. My testimony, Tatelicious.
Can everyone send love? Can that be saying love? And it's very connected. Can we give Chantel some love? Oh, they are coming now. Got to pay Chantel my love. And I love you so much, Shanti. I want you also to join me next week as we are talking. And please keep on watching, because right now I want to add Tyra. She wants
to. Okay, just one last thing, Tate. I just wanted to thank you, Nesha Wataura. Shekuti HIV, like in the early stages, when you start taking medication, consider some hallucinations. Because I have an aunt who was recently diagnosed.
Oh.
And she's been hallucinating. Shekuti vanhu vangu vakutoti kupenga here, and iye manje she's worried. Exactly. Third day angatanga kumwa mapiritsi akatoita weti magumbeze akashaya kuti zviri kufamba sei. And I tried to explain to her kuti inini ndakazviona pandakaita research dzangu pandanda kufunga kuti ndabatwa pandakaresearcha ndakazviona zvekuti hanzi zvoni my hallucinations they are normal. I tried to explain to her. Next time, okay, vachembera ndichavavhurira Facebook account next week. Vanenge varipo vachiteerera vachinzwa. I really love you for this, Tate. I love you for this. Yes.
Because I'll be doing this for a long time. I really want to talk about HIV.
Sorry, ndazohanda kanhasi ndandisina kumbozora kobra kumeso. Aiwa mai makobra mazora kobra but mazora kobra iri kuenderana nefuro yenyu manjwa mwanozozora yeredi pafuro yebreak.
Shanti watikwanza ndo zvatinoda izvi kuti unombondifadza. HIV inombotiza pakadai inobata papi?
Hapana mami. Saka Tate yoweka tobatana pa next week apa ndakumbogara zvangu muteresi ndingonzwawo.
Wakandikoshera mufunge.
Iwewe wesidia wangu, love you. Asikana yeke ngaibomira uko musatsotswe Brazilian tinotisiya panyika.
See you again. That was Shanti. And Dakadzakani. Shanti was telling us a personal experience, what happened in her life. That Tate was almost infected with HIV. People ndati mboise my likes kuna Shanti can likes and love to Shanti. Shanti, we love you so much. You have made us realize. Shanti, wandipedza Tendai Captain T, how are you? Chimboisai Ed can take Captain Timbonzgosha Minazho. We know these are the people. Thank you. Loves and likes for Shanti. She really made things happy. We want personal stories. Hans Yekedero. Hans, I love this caller. This is T. Rooney. This is what happens in real life. People are really shocked with these things. These things which cause people to, go on a level. And ndaseka unombonzwa HIV ichitiza kutiza kudai. Oh my God, my battery is saying low. Richie, my battery is saying low. Can you connect it? All right, my people, dear Madam Boss, if you are close, if you see this, that's press add. We love you on the platform, Madam Boss. We also want you to advise young people. What is your advice to young people, Madam Boss? Your advice to young people, Madam Boss. We are waiting for you. Ndirikubasa Tendai Captain T. She says, Ndirikubasa Tate, you are the best. Thank you, my lovely people. This is Chirongwa. All right, I think it's Tyra now. Let me add her.